Hey everybody, it's Master Wanish here, and I welcome you to the channel. I hope you and yours are doing well and staying safe in these troubling times. And I want to talk about a few things today. One is a giveaway, but before I get started, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos to come. Now, I had mentioned several weeks back that I'd be doing a giveaway when the channel hit. This was well before all this quarantine and whatnot happened. I had mentioned that I'd be doing a giveaway when the channel hit 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get there soon. And what I was going to do was give away this book, The Tao of Chun. Now instead I'm going to be giving away one roll of toilet paper to one lucky student. Just kidding. I'm going to be giving away this book off the shelf here, The Tao of Chun hardback. It's a beautiful, beautiful new hardback edition. Now, I was going to give this book to one lucky subscriber, and I still will, unless we're in what's considered a hot spot. And if I can't get out safely to go mail that, then what I'm going to do is I check the website and they still had some for sale. I will send you a brand new in-box. So you're either going to get this one or you're going to get a brand new in-box version of that. And that is a brand new copy. But like I said, if I can't get out to mail that, I will send you one, order it from the website, and have it shipped right to your door. As well, I'm going to be giving away to some other people as well. So if you get that, I'm going to give you a set of these as well. And maybe I'll do a few more drawings and let people have some of these books as well. So I wrote these on Wing Chun Kung Fu. Very detailed, very thorough books, so I'll be giving out a few of these as well. And if you need a roll of toilet paper, I'll send you that as well. So no big deal. Anyhow, so that's the giveaway. 1,000 subscribers. I'll be doing a video, a thank you video, and in that video, I'll let everybody know. It'll probably be leave a comment on that video, and then from everybody that left the comment, we will select one person randomly to win that book, and some other people to win some of the Foundations of Wing Chun books. So that's it. So giveaway coming in the near future, and I appreciate everybody's very kind comments. I'm glad people are enjoying the videos, and I really want to shoot more videos like I am doing here today, rather than posting some of the other lessons from the past. But my wife went back to work at the hospital. It's been a little bit stressful. I have a 2-year-old, a 9-year-old, so things have been very busy just trying to keep the kids happy, entertained, and active. And whatnot. And I know we're all going through some situation here or there, but I will be shooting more of these videos like this to come. So let's start off with the Silam Tao form. Once again, I'm working as your mirror. I'll be using my right side first. You use your left side first. And I'm going to go through this form nice and slow so everybody can follow along. If you have any trouble getting through the form, just go to the link section down below in the description and start learning the form piece by piece. I have all the sections of the form broken down in detail so you can really get the whole form piece by piece and then put it all together. So let's go ahead and start Silam Tao form. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in. Let everything relax. Now we'll begin. Feet on a straight line. Make sure your knees are in. Back is straight. Your hands are good. Your positioning's good before we begin. Because if I'm wrong here and everything's kind of off and I start, then it's wrong through the whole form. That's why I'm always stopping you here and making sure this is in good position. So let's just do that one more time together. Now let's take a quick look at our footwork. So what everybody's going to do, go ahead and get in your left neutral stance. I'm in a right neutral, and we're going to do that switching from left to right neutral. So your hands are up, and we're going to switch right neutral, left neutral. So your left hand should be out. Remember, our center is away. It's not straight here. Our center away, our hands out, rear hand at the level of the elbow, your Wu Sao hand. And we're going to switch, 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 switch. So you're back in your left neutral, left hand out, right neutral, left neutral, right neutral, left neutral, right neutral, left neutral. It's so important to practice your footwork, and that's why I've been going over this at the beginning, because as for new students, it's very important. Once you have your footwork down, I can't stress this enough, it's not like other arts where it gets more complicated as you go, and when you're a black belt, you're doing like triple black backflips with T-steps and cat stances. It's the same footwork throughout the system. So once you have this down, this simple footwork, now you can focus on all your hand positioning and focus on everything up top and not have your brain constantly getting in your feet and getting all confused. So back to your left neutral stance. Left hand out, I'm your mirror, and we're going to switch again to right neutral, left neutral, right neutral, left neutral. And it's good to get a little distance. So I'm not just doing it in the same place. I'm stepping a little bit off, a little bit off, a little bit off, a little bit off. So we're here, back to your left neutral. Now what you're going to do is we're going to just go forward one step, and then we're going to go side. So we're going essentially side to side in our left neutral. Punch comes, I deflect here. Punch comes, I can deflect here. So I'm just moving side to side. Very simple. If we're just looking at the feet, you're in that left neutral. You're taking a step here or a step back. Step here or step back. So hands up. Switch to your right neutral. Your right hand should be out. So we're just moving on the straight line. One step here, one step here, one step here, one step here. When we get to the Poxel exercises, I'll show you an exercise where we Poxel and punch, and we use this footwork, and then we're deflecting a Poxel using that footwork. So you're moving here and here. We even have a drill where we put those two together, here and here. Right? So we're just moving side to side. Now when we're moving forward and backward, and somebody had messaged me on Facebook and they asked about this. So I'm moving back so I have room to keep my feet in the camera. I'm going to go in my right forward, that would be your left forward. When I step in this stance, shoulder width, I'm keeping that same distance. Let me show you from a side view. I'm in my forward, same distance, same distance, same distance. No matter what, I'm keeping that same distance. If I'm in my left neutral here, now left forward, same distance, same distance. So if this foot goes an inch, this foot goes an inch. This foot goes an inch, my rear foot goes an inch. And I apologize because sometimes when you write it out, a question, it's hard for me to picture exactly what you're talking about. But I think you were saying, should I be shortening my stance in a forward stance when you step? It sounded like you were asking if you should be going, like doing stuff like this, right? And if I'm wrong, I apologize. Please send me a video of what you were talking about, the person you're going to know who, you asked just this the other day. So you were asking, would I shorten my stance? And I'm pretty sure you're talking about something like this, nature. No, you would never do that. There's a T step in Wing Chun. So I'm here, I come to a T, and I use that to turn a corner. Or if I'm my neutral here, I use that to turn a corner. And I'll show you that with a partner. But there's no cat stance. There's no place in Wing Chun where we're sitting like this. And when I'm stepping forward, when I'm moving forward, I'm keeping that same distance. I'm never shortening that stance as I walk. So I would never be going here here, here. That's just, I don't know why, I guess people get confused with the footwork. It's okay, but it's very simple. This foot goes an inch, this one goes an inch, and you're keeping that same about shoulder width distance every time. So just wanted to answer that question. Once again, if you guys have questions, I will answer them. Leave them in the comments down below. So and same with when I'm switching my stance, sometimes I see people, they'll switch their stance like this. Same thing, I'm shoulder width, same, whether I take a big step or a little step, it's that same distance. So moving in a front forward stance and just taking the step, follow, step, follow, step, follow. Okay? So that's just a quick review of our footwork. Now we went over punching, we went over just a punch switch where we alternated a punch to a Wu Sao, an open hand in the back. Let's go ahead and do that if we can. So everybody get in your good front stance, put your left hand out, left fist out, rear hand open, and then we're gonna switch. Switch. Notice I'm not leaving a big tunnel down the middle. I'm keeping everything filled and as tight as I can in my center line. So left hand out, switch, 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 switch. That's something you can just practice all day long, switching back. Now let's do quick chain punching. So bring your left fist out, rear fist comes back to the level of your elbow, and we're gonna switch. So left fist out, switch, switch. Keep everything relaxed, and we can pick up the pace a little bit. Stop. Back to your left hand out, switch. Let me just show you from the side view. Notice how it's always coming back to the level of the elbow. So I'm not pulling it back here every time, it's coming right just to my elbow. Excellent. So we did 3-level punching, numeric punching, chain punching, all sorts of punching drills. And then I went over the front kick and yesterday's lesson, the side kick. Now let's just take a look at a few Wing Chun hand positions. So what I want you to do is go ahead and get in your good front stance. Bring your hands back. And we're going to do Bill Sao. So your left hand first. Bill Sao. Now let's do Bill Sao again. Now we're going to do Bong Sao. Open your hand, push it to your wrist, lines up with your center. Let your elbow raise. This should be nice and level. You don't want it up here, you don't want it down here like you could put a glass of water. It almost looks like a bird wing with your wrist being in the center, your true center line. So when I'm here, wrist is in my center, elbow pointing straight out, this is nice and level. So let's do Bong Sao. Drop your elbow and just pull your hand straight back. So let's do Bill Sao again. Bill Sao, we thrust right out our center. We have Bong Sao. Now we have Foot Sao and Fook Sao. So Fook Sao, fingertips together, and this comes straight out. You're about a fist and a half or a fist from your body. and bring it straight out, fingertips together, elbow in. Now, if you're doing Chi Sao, when you're rolling your Fuq Sao, a lot of people, when they're not doing this properly, and this is out, they're leaving this tunnel and you're getting smacked a lot. So you really want to make sure this is here, and then if somebody was to punch, the punch would just be deflected right off. So I don't even have to do anything. If I have you in a good position and you punch, your punch is deflecting off. If I'm bringing this out, your punch is coming right in. So this makes a nice tunnel for deflection, your Fuq Sao. So let's go Fuq Sao, Fuq Sao. And I'll put up all these hand positions individually as well and get into a little bit more detail with each hand. I almost put those up today, but then I was like, you know what? I think I don't want to lose people. If I just put up a really detailed lesson and spend 10 minutes on a hand position, everybody's going to be probably clicking off pretty quickly. So this is Fuq Sao. Now let's take a look at Foot Sao, but before we do, let's take a look at Tan Sao. So Tan Sao we do in the Silam Tao form, and we're just bringing our hands straight up. From a side view, it's about a fist and a half from our body. Good hand position. Now we say something in Wing Chun, all hand positions have a compromise between filling space and an angle of deflection. And I think Tan Sao is a perfect example of that, because here I have the greatest angle of deflection possible, but I'm filling no space. Here I'm filling maximum space, but no angle of deflection. It would just get collapsed. When I combine the two, I have a perfect angle of deflection where the punch will deflect off, but I'm also filling that space, protecting my face. So once again, maximal angle of deflection fills no space. Maximum filling the space, no angle of deflection, it would collapse. So I have a compromise between the two. So that's Tan Sao. So Tan Sao comes straight out, and then we'll bring it back. It's almost like a car driving up a mountain or a train going up a mountain. Picture the slope, and we're just going right up that slope. Fist and a half. Now, you might see this sometimes, and I call this the waiter's Tan Sao, as if you were carrying a tray. That's how you'd be holding your hand. The truth of the matter is, it still has this angle of deflection that works. So would it work? Yes. But there's also a chance you could get your fingers in the mix and jam a finger, so I just don't recommend that. I am saying it's wrong, but you know, other people do that. And if you're connecting with this part, you do have the right angle of deflection. But like I said, if a punch comes and I'm going like this and my finger gets caught or jammed, it's not going to be advantageous. So I really want to just keep my fingers out of the way. So if you see that sometimes, I call that the waiter's Tan Sao. I know people do that. I'm just telling you why I personally don't. I don't like to get my fingers in play. Tan Sao should be like this, right? Tan Sao, Tan Sao. So we did that in the Silam Tao form. Now I said I would do Fuq Sao and Foot Sao. So get in your good front stance. Let's do Foot Sao. First I want you to go Tan Sao. And now I want you to bring your hand back and sweep out into your Foot Sao. And pull it straight back. Tan Sao. Foot Sao. This gives you the full range of movement for Foot Sao. If a low punch was coming, I could deflect. Or a kick, high kick, I could deflect with Foot Sao. So left hand out, Tan Sao. Bring your fingertips like you're gonna just brush your some crumbs off your shoulder or something. And then let it pass your shoulder, come right out your center line, Foot Sao. Back. Right hand, Tan Sao. Sweep to your center line, Foot Sao. Common question, how high should it raise? You're going to feel at a point when you sweep out that it starts to get heavy. Stop right there. You don't need to keep lifting. Just go to that certain point as you're practicing and then back, right? So one more time. Foot Sao, good stance. Left hand, Tan Sao. Foot Sao. Tan Sao, Foot Sao. So let's do those hands again. We have Bill Sao, Bong Sao, Fook Sao, and Foot Sao. Tan Sao to Foot Sao. Tan Sao to Foot Sao. Now if I'm in a stance here, hey, I don't want any trouble, right? Now this brings up a point. I notice a lot of people, you see Wing Chun guys, everybody's in this stance, and in the movies you're out in this stance, and you know, if I'm in an altercation, I'm not taking that stance. I'm not going, hey, I know Wing Chun. It's standing there facing my center. All that's improper stance anyways. I'm here, hey, I don't want any trouble. My center's away from my target. My hands are right up. I'm able to fill space. I'm eliminating the targets you can hit. I don't want to be like Mr. Tough Guy with my hands down and give you all these targets. Hey, I don't want any trouble. My hands come up. Relax. I don't want any trouble. Sometimes it's a good thing to say that because you might be telling him to relax, but you might also need to tell yourself to relax a little bit too. Breathe. Pay attention to the elbows and knees, hands up, fill space, and move a little bit. Don't just stand still. Don't be an easy target for your attacker. Hey, I don't want any trouble. Relax, relax. My hands are up. My hands are up. I'm moving a little bit, and now my attacker is like having to kind of figure out, I don't see an opening, he's moving, and then I'm going to see him overcommit in, and it's going to give me a nice window of opportunity, right? So hands up here, hey, and also I don't look like, hey, I know Wing Chun Kung Fu, right? I'm like, hey, relax, I don't want any trouble, and I'm ready to go to deflect, to hit, to do whatever I need to do from that position. Protecting myself most importantly. So sometimes, you know, students ask, so in an altercation, should you drop? No, you don't just drop into that stance. That's not the Wing Chun ready stance I've heard people call it. It's just, no, you're not doing that. There's nothing wrong with being here. I can go right into Tan Sao. I can go right into Foot Sao, Bong Sao. I can move into every position needed from here, right? Same thing as this, same exact thing. Tan Sao, Pak Sao, Cap Punch, Bong Sao, Foot Sao. It all works right from that one simple position. Very easy. So that's, I think, it for today. We covered a little bit of the Sim Tao, some stances, some punching, some new hand positions. And by Sunday, I should have up this complete Wing Chun warm-up for everybody to do, where you can follow through an entire Wing Chun workout, Sim Tao form, stances, punches, kicks, all that good stuff. And then we'll move on from there. Thank you for joining me today. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see everybody soon. See you tomorrow at the next lesson. Have a great day.